What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the DX Gamer Show. My name is Mike, aka Operation DX, and once again, I hope you guys had a fantastic weekend. Welcome to episode 11 of Subnautica. During the previous episode, we were able to secure all the resources that we needed in order to build this beast of a vehicle, this Cyclops. And during our tour, you got to see that we were able to do a customization on its colors, and we can actually name the vessel. Although, for some reason, the name is not showing up right now, so I might redo the customization in a little bit, just change the colors around a little bit. No big deal. So, what I want to do with this thing right now is I don't want to move it around too much because there is some upgrade modules, as I was talking about earlier, that allows it to operate a little more efficiently. There are some other modules that we have not found yet, which allows it to dive to deeper depths. And then there was some upgrade modules for this, but I think they removed them from the game because they were glitchy for whatever reason. Not only that, but you can dock the Seamoth to this vehicle, which is just another really nice touch. I think that's fantastic. I think I talked about that in the previous episode. You can see that little hatch on the top of it, and then pretty much puts you right in the cockpit. But what's nice is we can build things inside of this guy. We can build the storage, we can build an assembler, and all of that. However, all those things require energy, so we want to kind of be careful about that. And I also had mentioned that there is sort of a kind of hacky thing that you can do in order to recharge this thing, but there is no specific base module that you can dock to actually get this thing recharged, which is kind of a shame, and I really hope that they do that in the future of this game because it would just make that thing that much cooler, and it would allow you to use it more like a mobile base. However, because there is so many cool different base modules and things that you can do in this game, it's not necessarily required to do that, but it could be kind of a cool thing to use as an intermediary if you, say, have a bunch of resources in one particular base and you want to move it over to another base and all of that. That would be just, it would be great. Alright, so I think just kind of going to go over here and just demonstrate that whole docking thing with the Seamoth. I think it's really cool. This, you can't really tell, but this bay kind of opens up on the bottom here, and you just kind of drive it in, parks up, and I think it might, yeah, it recharges the Seamoth as well, but again, doesn't repair it like the moon pool doesn't repair it. And that's something I would kind of like to see, the, you know, them being able to repair it, because I don't know about you guys, but I damage my Seamoth all the time, just recklessly, like flying through different things and running into stuff and all that. I mean, the repair tool's cool and everything, but I don't know. I think it'd be just nice to have that feature. Alright, so moving on to the next phase of this game. We have all the major vehicles pretty much built right now, with the exception of the handheld tools. So we don't have that handheld tool that allows you to swim a little faster. I'm probably going to show that during the final episode. We haven't built any of the, I wouldn't call them weapons. They're helpful tools. And I would like to show that during the final episode too. So the repulsion rifle, the stasis rifle, and all of that. So that's going to happen probably Wednesday. So there's going to be 2 more major episodes, and then Wednesday is pretty much going to be the finale of the series because there's not much left to do in the game. So the next thing we need to do is we need to get aboard the Aurora, and in order to get aboard the Aurora, we need to build the radiation suit. However, there's a couple of things that I haven't quite built yet, like the repair tool and all that, so I might go ahead and do that. Oh, we actually did find a hull reinforcement fragment. For some reason, that slipped my mind. So that is actually kind of ahead of the game there. So we must have found that while we were on our adventures in... the name is slipping me because I want to call it the Great Plains. It's not called the Great Plains. Ding, ding, ding. Survey says, what is the Grand Reef? Yes, that is the correct name of the biome. All right. And then cooking up my peepers just to get my food levels up. And now I need that crash powder I was talking about a little earlier. So these guys are called crash fish, apparently. That's something I was notified in the comments. And I actually didn't know the name of these guys at all. I didn't even pet name them. And now I'm just being a little bit skittish because I don't have tools that would actually help. So if I had the stasis rifle, I could actually get away with this without taking damage. I'm kind of like seeking out a alternative entrance to sneak up on them, but there's no sneaking up on these guys. They spot you, they shoot the fish out, the fish explodes, you take damage, and that is that. And because we don't have those things crafted, we just need to man up, go inside there, take the damage, and then get the crash powder. We need the crash powder, I believe, either for the radiation suit or we need it for the builder. One of the two. I don't know, because I was starting to build the builder. If you noticed there, I was looking at the builder. Alright, so let's just swim around. Let's just do this thing. Let's get it over with. Let's take the damage and get the crash powder. Now, here you get way more than you need because the crash powder really isn't used for anything else, really. So maybe in the future. Here we go. Click, 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 click. Yeah! Pop! Alright, so there we go. We took our damage. We got a bunch of the crash powder. That's all we need. We got way more than we needed. And we're now ready to, I believe, build what we need to build. So, yes, I was working on the welder. We needed the welder because we've taken damage on the sea moth. So we do need to repair it. And especially for the upcoming parts because there's a chance that we might meet a very nasty creature on our way to explore the Aurora. And I just want to be ready for that. Alright, so go ahead and load the crash powder in my inventory, and the next thing we probably want to work on is the lead ingots. Or it's not ingots, it's just lead. So what was that I needed? Copper and silver. Yeah, copper and silver. And do I have enough? I think I need, I want to say 3 pieces for the suit. Maybe just 1. Let's just take a look. Alright, radiation suit. We need 2 silicone and 2 lead pieces. That's actually not so bad. Do we have everything we need? Oh, it looks like we do. That's good, because we can head over there very shortly and begin that mission. So this is obviously going to creep into the next episode because we're already 8 minutes into this episode. And on the last episode, I did get a comment about how the episodes are short, and I knew that eventually I would get that comment, and I can't stress this enough. I mean, I'm releasing an episode every day almost, with the exception on the weekends, because I had to relax. I was starting to do too much YouTube because I was like, you know, coming back and did the whole KSP thing, and I need to just so I don't get my anxiety too up there. I need to maintain some sort of schedule that is manageable for me. So that's why we're at the 15-minute marker. Sometimes I will do videos that are longer, like I did on the weekend. I was feeling good, so I did those episodes of Total or Planetary Annihilation, and I did half-hour episodes. I did 2 of them, so you know that went well, and I didn't feel like super uncomfortable. But for something like this that I'm releasing every single day, I want to keep it managed, and this is typically how I've always done series on my channel anyway. So I know, guys, I apologize to you that like to see longer episodes, but this is what's comfortable for me. Okay, so as I was yammering on there, blah blah blah, 15 minutes, blah blah, right? I finished building the radiation suit, so now I can get near the Aurora. Ooh, and new technology acquired. That was the fragment that is an upgrade for the Cyclops that allows us to go a little deeper. If you missed that, I put that in there. So I actually really like the aesthetic of the radiation suit because it gives you some gloves and it goes in one of your equipment slots. So most of the game you're kind of swimming around barehanded, and I just like that you have kind of like these swimmer gloves kind of going around. I think it's a nice touch. And also there is 2 additional slots that we haven't touched that we could have a little more specialized equipment. One is a thermostat, which is kind of important for a future technology that we get. And then the other one is a compass, and we need kind of like a specialized resource that's kind of hidden in a different type of biome. But anyways, Seamoth is damaged. I'm finally using my repair kit on it. And again, I really wanted to have the repair kit for this particular part because this part can get a little bit dangerous. And you'll see why in a little bit. So we are ready to go explore the Aurora, and I think this is an absolutely fantastic touch to the game. I would love to see more of this kind of stuff. As I was talking about earlier in the series, it would be nice if you could do some repairs to the Aurora, maybe set up some sort of rescue beacon to bring finality to the game. Or perhaps, you know, bring it to its former glory and allow it to do its terraforming mission and, you know, whatever. And then allow the game to just continue on and you do what you want. I don't know what all they're going to bring to the game. But it had been mentioned in the comments in the previous episode about how there's going to be like this exosuit that you can go really deep and all that. It was also mentioned that the crush depth on the Seamoth is not 225 meters, even though it gives you the warning. I assume that's because that hasn't been implemented yet. So I guess you can go deeper with this thing, but I always just assumed that it would get damaged, and I never wanted to get damaged, so I just never went deeper than 225 meters. And that's where the other part comes in, where you want to use that handheld tool kind of thing. Anyways, I'm looking for this spot on the Aurora where I can get inside of it, and we can do a little bit of exploration. But what we want to do is kind of repair it to a point where it's not leaking radiation. And I really love this part. It's a really nice touch. Like, other games don't do this sort of thing where you have this like ship and you just assume it's like this background, you know, set piece. In this game, it's actually something you can travel over to, and ooh, there's that monster I was talking about. And yeah, that dude, he can do some damage. He can actually break the Seamoth, and if he doesn't let it go after a period of time, it can actually do a lot of damage. You'll probably see what I mean here in a minute, because he's floating around here. He's probably following me, and I can't, for the life of me, seem to find the spot where I need to go in and enter it. There's this little hole on the bottom of the ship. I think it's more forward towards the front of the ship. And there is also some other interesting things going on inside of the Aurora that I would like to know about for lore purposes and all that. But we'll get there when we actually get inside this thing. Alright, so it's somewhere around here. Uh-oh, that's not looking good. So yeah, we've got some other hostile creatures. I think that this creature resides somewhere in the deeps, maybe around the yep, see, he got a piece of me. You know what, I was kind of hoping he would, though, just to kind of show this aspect of the game. So I'm not sure if, like, because I'm like, whenever that happens, I'm like wiggling my controls like crazy. I'm like, let me go, let me go, let me go, let me go. So he did a good deal of damage to my ship, brought it down to like 36%, and this is exactly why I wanted the repair tool, so that I could repair the Seamoth if he just so happens to grab me again. And you know what just happened, which is convenient for us, is he set us down right near the spot that I need to enter inside of the Aurora. Unfortunately, we are in the cusp of the end of this episode, so kind of another cliffhanger. We will explore the Aurora in the next episode, and then after that, it's going to be kind of a skip forward to the base thing, and that'll wrap the series.